It's a part of adding to your balance sheet, which is like what shows here are all the things that I possess that are producing income for me every month. The biggest one for me, and the one who actually really got me started, was Robert Kiyosaki. I know I mentioned him last week, but Rich Dad, Poor Dad. That book has so many different mentality views. He basically goes through comparing like his quote unquote rich dad and his quote unquote poor dad, and the different ways they would talk about money and employment and, you know, career paths and all this kind of stuff. And it's so much about the mentality. It's so much about like, how do you wake up every day and think right? To where, are you thinking that a win is that you have the money today, or are you thinking that a win is like you have the asset that produces the money tomorrow? Because a lot of times we think of cash and we think of like income as what's valuable, but that's not what actually builds wealth. Because income, as soon as it's gone, you're toast. If you build assets like businesses or like real estate, or like real property, or owning stock, or like different things like that, if you're building assets, then you actually can live for longer without working. And the goal of wealth is to live as long as possible, like to basically never have to work again, yet you always have what you need. That's what wealth, you know, is defined as.
And as like he defines wealth as like, how long can you go without working, without your standard of living changing?
Right. And so the focus is actually on spending money and buying assets.
Yep.
Like, how do you find creative ways to buy an asset? Which, that's what a business is. Fundamentally, if you can actually build an effective one, is you're building an asset. It's almost like building a house. It's something that you can do with lower money input and like that kind of thing. So it's a part of adding to your balance sheet, which is like what shows here are all the things that I possess that are producing income for me every month.